Hello and welcome to the High Five Club for 2023. First of all, I'd like to wish you a very happy new year. I hope that you have had a chance to relax over the Christmas break and you are ready and raring to go with some new sewing projects for the new year. Now, I have changed things around a bit for this year just because the club is growing and I need to be able to predict how many patterns I need to buy. So the club will now operate on a pre-order basis. If you've paid your subscription for this month, which is why you're accessing this video, then you'll have paid today your £5 or £20, and the full video sew along for the Kalle shirt dress will be via this link, accessed via this same link. It will pop up here as a series of videos underneath this one on the 5th of February. Okay, this is the first video in the playlist in which I'm going to introduce you to the pattern, talk about your styling options and talk through some of the fabrics I've chosen for the kits. And the remaining videos, so the videos where I take you through cutting out and making your shirt dress right through every single stage, from applying interfacing through to sewing the buttons on, all of those lovely videos where you can sew along with me will be available on the 5th of February via this same link. They will just pop up as a playlist right here so you can access them. So let's talk a little bit about the Kalle shirt dress. So this is a really nice shirt dress pattern from Closet Core Patterns. That's one of my favourite pattern companies. I really like their style. Now it's a really great pattern for a few reasons. First of all, what you're going to learn. So you're going to cover lots of different skills, creating a placket, making a collar, adding a patch pocket, doing a curved hem, doing the buttons and the buttonholes. There are just so many skills that you can learn via making this shirt. And I think that a good shirt dress or a good shirt is a really good wardrobe staple. I think that with, prices of everything going up, having patterns like this in your pattern library it's really good because you get so many different options and so many different variations, and this pattern you can make, once you know the skills, you can make it again and again and create different looks with different fabrics. So it can take you through the seasons from a sort of a wintry, cosy, long length shirt dress, which you can layer up over a t-shirt or a polo neck in the winter months, through to an easy breezy lightweight linen, maybe a white or an off-white linen shirt dress with some little tan coloured buttons, wooden buttons, something like that for the high summer. So when you're buying this pattern, you really are getting something that you can make a version of this style for every season. There are three different patterns, three different designs here to choose from, three different styles. So you first of all got this very cropped boxy shirt dress, and they've pictured that here with a Nero collar. So it's just the collar stand and a covered placket. So the buttons are underneath there. And you've got a modern sort of curved hem shape there. Now, although that's pictured there with the covered placket and the stand collar, you can mix and match. So you could make this style with the traditional collar and with the exposed button placket. So that's your kind of summer little cropped, easy, would look great with some jeans, a little shell top almost version of this pattern there. That's style or view A. View B is a longer length tunic style with a popover placket. So this placket just ends at about the waist, and you just undo those buttons to pop it over your head. It's very easy pullover style. And again, they featured that with the regular collar. You could do that with a Nero collar. And then lastly, View C, which is the longer length with a placket that goes all the way down, so more of a traditional shirt dress style. And then once again, you can choose for all of those to have with or without this patch pocket. So by mixing and matching all the different choices there, you really do get lots and lots of styling variations. Size-wise, this shirt goes from a size 0 up to a size 20. That is American sizing there, so this may not correspond to your ready-to-wear dress size in the UK high street shops. Just take a look at the bust, waist and hip measurements to determine which size suits you best, and don't worry if that doesn't correlate to your UK dress size. So you've got your bust, waist and hips there in inches and centimetres. Just take those measurements to decide which size you're going to make. Now, as well as the regular sizes here, Closet Core also do a curve pattern, a curve version of the Kalle shirt dress pattern. This goes up to, I think, a UK size 32. So if you have a fuller figure or a curvier figure, you can have a look at the extended size range on this pattern. This pattern is based on a B-cup bust. When I say B-cup, don't worry, that's not your B-cup in your shop bought bra. A B-cup is a difference of 2 inches between your high bust and your full bust measurement. So most patterns, when you buy them in their original format, will cater for a B pattern size cup. If you have a fuller bust and a curvier figure, the extended size range for this pattern starts at size 14, and that accommodates a D cup. So if you know that you have a fuller bust and you normally do a full bust adjustment on your sewing patterns, then you may want to also look at the curve version of this pattern. And there is some overlap of sizing from the regular version of this pattern, which goes from a 0 to 20, and then the curve version of the pattern, which goes from a 14 to a 32. So there is an overlap there, and the overlap really exists for those ladies who have a fuller bust. So have a look at the measurements for both the regular and the curve version of this pattern to decide which one is going to be the best fit for your body shape. You don't really want those kind of gaping buttonhole situations, so have a look at that to decide. If you go online, actually, you can also see the finished garment measurements for this shirt dress, and that's really helpful because, you know, sometimes when you don't know which size to choose, you can look at the finished garment measurements and just hold that tape measure around your body to get a feel. Okay, so if this is the finished garment measurement, how is that going to feel on me? Too tight, too loose, about right? And that will also help you to choose which size you're going to make. Now, if you measure yourself and you find that you are between sizes, this is normal. Nobody fits perfectly into a size bracket. So if you find, for example, that you have a fuller bust, a slimmer waist, a larger hip, or vice versa, then I will show you in the video sew along how to just very easily grade between sizes from the bust to the waist to the hips, just to get that perfect fit for your body shape. You can also get a sleeve pattern add-on. So this is one of the most popular patterns that Closet Core have done. It's such a great versatile pattern and really beautifully styled. It's no surprise that they wanted to expand the options that you could make, and of course at this time of year especially, we may want to have a long sleeve for our shirt. So there is a sleeve add-on that you can purchase as well, which gives you even more versatility to this fantastic wardrobe staple style. Difficulty level. On the back here of the envelope, you'll see that it gives it 3 triangles out of 5, meaning that this is more towards the intermediate skill level. There are things that you can do to make it easier, such as working with an easy to manipulate fabric, something that you're familiar with to begin with. So for example, I'd suggest sewing with a nice, crisp, easy to work with cotton, and then if you wanted to make a slinkier version, you could move on to that once you've mastered the techniques. Things like the pocket, for example, you could leave that out, or you could try, cut a spare pocket and try a sample first before putting it onto your shirt dress. But overall, I'd say this does require some sewing experience. It's not really a first project as such, but hopefully if you sew along with me, I will take you gently through each step and you'll find that it really can be managed and you can have a really nice successful project at the end of it. Now you've got quite a few pattern pieces to cut out and quite a few processes to go through, from the collar to the buttonholes to the pocket to the curved hem. So don't do this in a rush. Make sure you're nice and fresh and allow yourself a decent amount of time for this project. It isn't a quick whip it up in an afternoon project. It's a nice meaty project that will take you through these darker days of winter and give you something to really get your teeth into and focus on. Yeah, that's always a good tip, never sew in a hurry. So give yourself plenty of time for this one. Take each step, one step at a time, and you'll be absolutely fine. So moving on to fabric choices, suggested fabrics here are light to medium weight wovens and shirtings such as poplin, chambray, tencel, linen, rayon, challis, crepe de chine, voile and flannel. So lots and lots of different choices there. So if you're making a cozy shirt dress, you might want to use a flannel. If you're making an easy breezy shirt dress, you might want to use a cotton lawn, for example. So you can really get a good scope of different fabrics within this project. Now, as well as your fabric, you're also going to need some interfacing for the collar and the placket. You're going to need some 1/2 inch buttons. So 1/2 inch buttons are 12mm buttons, which is a 20 line. And so line is the how we measure buttons. It's spelled L-I-G-N-E. It's a funny word. I think it's a French word actually. And yeah, if you search for 20 line buttons, that's what we're after here. And that equates to 12mm or 1/2 inch. And you're going to need some matching thread and a marking tool as well. So now for the exciting part, the fabrics that I've chosen for the Kalle shirt dress kits. We have got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fabric choices for you, covering everything from checks to cord to chambray. So I'm going to show you those now, just so that you can get a look at how those fabrics look and feel before making your choice of kit. So let's talk you through these gorgeous fabric choices here, and I just love how they look all lined up like this. It's really difficult to know which one to go for. So first of all, let's look at our chambrays. So a chambray is a 100% cotton fabric, and it's got an indigo dye in the warp, and then the weft is white. Now if you're thinking, what on earth has she just said? What I mean by that is it's when we weave fabrics, we go across like this, the weft goes from right to left, and the warp goes like this. And with a chambray, the definition of a chambray, and in fact you can see it when they fray here, the definition is that the weft is white and the warp is dyed indigo, or other colours actually, most commonly indigo. And that's what gives denim and chambray their sort of distinctive blue mottled look. So although it's indigo dyed, it's softened by the fact that you've got this white running through it that just takes that indigo down to a much softer mid-blue tone. Now chambray is much lighter weight than denim. It's a typical shirt material, perfect for shirts and shirt dresses. This one has this gorgeous print on there of these flying swallows in different designs. It's quite a graphic design, you know, it's not too fussy. From a distance you can't necessarily see exactly what that is, but it's just slightly more interesting than having a plain fabric, just having that very classic modern swift design printed onto it. And this would be fairly easy to sew with. It's 100% cotton, nice and crisp, easy to sew with, easy to handle. So this would make a great project for somebody who's a bit more nervous about some of the technical details of this make. So and hopefully you can see by me moving that fabric about there that it's a nice lightweight crisp fabric. And this is the same base. So this is a chambray. You can see by the more the tone of the colour here that it is a lighter weight indigo. A lighter tone indigo. So this is the swallows are printed on a more traditional indigo colour. The spots are printed on a more mid to lightweight indigo colour. So once again, you've got that chambray effect, and this one has this lovely modern and nice for spring, I think, always polka dots are. It's like a nice fresh print there with the kind of off-white ivory coloured polka dots on that lovely shirt dress blue there, that lovely chambray blue. These fabrics are 145 to 150 centimetres wide, so these are all nice dressmaking fabrics. They're nice and wide, so easy to work with for your dressmaking projects. So moving on from the chambrays, next up we have the cords. And this is really, if you wanted a warmer feel, then the cords are perfect. And what I like about cord is it gives you this nice kind of velvety, lustrous finish. But these are really lightweight. These are from Dashwood Studios, these cords, so they're very high quality. This one has a beautiful greeny blue. In fact, I'm looking at my screen now and it looks slightly more blue on my screen than it does where I'm looking at it here. It's hard to really replicate these colours perfectly, but I'd say it's slightly more petrol-y and greeny, like a kingfisher colour, versus what you can see on the screen, just ever so slightly more green than how it's appearing on screen. It's a 21 wale, so cords are measured in wale, and that's to do with the narrowness of the cords themselves. So this is a baby cord. These cords are really, really fine. You can hardly sort of see them. A chunky cord would be like a 7 or a 9 wale. The higher the number, the more ribs there are. So, or the more cords, there are. So a higher number indicates a baby cord. Again, it's 100% cotton. It's nice and lightweight. It's very soft to the touch. Has a very nice soft hand feel on the inside, and fairly stable and easy to work with as well. So that comes in this marine, they call this colour. Along from that, we have the same fabric, again from Dashwood Studios. It's lovely 100% cotton, 21 wale cord, baby cord, and this is in wine colour, and this is what I'm going to be using to make my dress. So, whoops, let's just peel that apart so you can see, once again, it's not too heavy. You've got this lovely, soft, lustrous finish. Slightly more purple, I'm looking at it here versus on the screen. But you can imagine this is a kind of somewhere between a burgundy and a magenta, and this colour is called wine. And it's a very warm colour. So I'm going to be making the shirt dress with a long sleeve in this colour, because for this time of year, I think with nice pair of black tights, that will be a really good favourite dress to wear as we transition through the slightly chillier months, although hopefully spring will be on the way very soon. But I think this will be a really nice one, and I always like these colours. So that's the wine colour, which is a wine or a berry, I would call that, and then the marine colour, which is this gorgeous. And it does, it does change colour with the light as well, because it's got that lustrous kind of velvety type finish. Now, last but by no means least, we have the checks. So this is lovely check fabric, which is really, really on trend at the moment, really, really fashionable. And in fact, I think this is the one that's 90% cotton, 10% polyester. This is a lovely woven check. So the check here is woven into the cloth. You've got this sort of softer side and the more dry handle side. You can choose which side of the fabric you'd rather have on the outside of your garment and which side you'd rather have next to your skin. The inside here is a bit softer, but it does have a softer appearance as well. So it's up to you. There's no right or wrong as long as you're consistent with what you do. Checks are about an 8mm square, thereabouts, just under a centimetre. So it's a nice, a nice profile there, and very soft and drapey, and really, really nice and modern. I definitely can imagine wearing this with black tights and boots, or if I made the shorter shirt, maybe with some black jeans or something like that. Just really, really nice and a bit more cosy for the winter months. So that comes in this black and ivory colourway. And then it also comes in this lovely khaki. So this is khaki and black. So it's the same check fabric, but in khaki and black. And again, it's got that kind of slightly woolly feel to it. Really nice and cosy. Whoops, got a little bit of thread on it there. So you've got the more drier graphic side, and then you've got the more brushed, softer side. So you can use whichever you prefer. And yeah, just a nice, khaki is such a flattering colour and goes with everything. And it's always been very popular whenever I've had khaki in. So I know you love a bit of khaki, so I couldn't resist that one. And then last up is the pink sort of blush pink version. So this is like a warm peachy pink. It's not a sugary pink, it's like a kind of a rosy blush pink, which again, really, really modern, really on trend, super flattering, and it would just look so nice. I think maybe with like the tunic style, I imagine these checks looking really nice with leggings. Just kind of like one of those things you could dress up or dress down, wear at the weekend. And yeah, I'm kind of thinking maybe I might make one in this pink as well. I do love a bit of pink. I'm looking at this now thinking, oh, the more I look at it, the more I fall in love with it. I really love the softness of it as well. Definitely a cozy one, I think. And you could layer that up with a chunky knit over the top as well, or with a big woolly scarf. So yeah, so that's the checks as well. So you've got 3 different checks. You've got the pink, or the blush pink, the khaki, and the black and white. You've got the 2 cords in the berry and the marine, or the wine and the marine. And then you've got the 2 fresh chambrays ready for spring in the spots and the swallow. So lots for you to think about there, lots to choose from. That brings me to the end of this introductory video. I hope that's given you some food for thought. Thank you for being a member of my Sew Along Club. I shall keep it as exciting as possible throughout this year. I'm really looking forward to all of the makes that I've got planned. You can now go ahead, if you've made your decisions, you can go onto the website and pre-order your kit now. There's lots of information there to help you choose your the size that you need, and there's 4 different variations on the kit depending on which size you want to make. So just take a look at the website there and you'll find lots and lots of information helping you to choose your kit. So you can order from there if you're on the High Five Club basic membership, which is £5 per month, and you wish to order the pattern, you can order your pattern. You can also, if you want to order the curve version of the pattern, you can order that. You can also order the sleeve add-on that I've spoken about, and then you can order your kit or kits in this range of fabrics here. So thank you very much for watching. I'm going to go and start cutting and sewing my shirt dress now, so that sew along will be ready for you next month. Have a wonderful month, and I shall see you on the 5th of February. Bye for now. Now, maybe you are not already a member of the High Five Sew Along Club and this video has sparked your curiosity. Well, you can join my High Five Club today. I'm going to pop a link down below in the description of this video. That link will take you to my website where the High Five Club will be fully explained. But basically, it is a sew along club that I've been running for just over a year now. I feature a new popular pattern or project every month. Those videos launch on the 5th of the month, and members are sent an exclusive PDF containing a link that takes them to the full video sew along. So the High Five Club is great for anybody who wants to get into dressmaking and home sewing, and maybe you can't make it to a class, or you just prefer to learn at your own pace in your own home, in your own sewing studio if you're lucky enough to have one. And yeah, so I feature a really popular pattern every month, something new and exciting, covering all different sewing abilities, covering different types of projects. Now, the basic membership is £5 a month. This gets you the link to the video sew along. If you also want the pattern, then you can go for the premium membership, which is £20 a month, and you'll then also be sent through the post a paper copy of the pattern that I am featuring. Now, alongside the sew along that I do every month, I also release a selection of kits. And if you are a High Five Club member, then you will get 5% or 10% off those kits, 5% with the basic membership and 10% with the premium membership. So it really is worth belonging. You get lots of perks as well. Now, there's no minimum sign-up time for this subscription service. You can come and go as you please, so you can just try it out for a month, see if you like it, and if you don't, you can leave. That's no problem at all. You can pause your subscription if the project coming up isn't to your taste. You can cancel, you can resume. It's up to you what you do each month. So I hope that's given you some information on my High Five Sew Along Club. You can see what people have been making by going over to my Instagram account, which is @FlyingBobbins. Or if you like, you can join my Facebook VIP group where all of my lovely customers share what they've been making and share their progress. Just search Flying Bobbins VIP on Facebook and ask to join. So as always, if you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them. You can email me at hello@flyingbobbins.com or pop a message down below and I shall get back to you as soon as I can. So that's it for now, and I hope to see you in the sew along very soon.